Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. This is my 2001 Suzuki Bandit 1200 Mark II. Today we're going to be replacing the rubber inlet manifolds, carb rubbers, whatever you want to call them. This is what we're going to be replacing, inlet manifold rubbers. I have 4 of them. Part numbers are, those are for reference. Not cheap at all, but if it sorts our problem out, they're well worth it. They're nearly 60 euros a piece. The reason we're replacing them, she's running like a bag of poo, to put it bluntly. She's a bugger to start when she's cold, and she runs like... Sorry about the bad lighting in the workshop, it is actually 8 o'clock in the evening. But I don't know, you can see the cracking, the dry rot in the rubber itself. She's drawing in air, or technical terms, she has a vacuum leak. She's running lean and she's running hot. Okay, the basic summary of doing this job is we need to remove the fuel tank. We also need to remove the airbox, or push the airbox back and remove the carbs. So if you want to know how to remove the fuel tank or remove your carbs, keep watching. Okay, what you need to do first is remove your seat. Set the design out the way, so we're safe. Then we're going to pull the 2 side panels off, get them out of the way. I'll use our battery tray to hold all the fixtures. And it just pops out the bottom. This is a good screw. Move your battery tray out the way. Or battery tray cover, toolbox, whatever you want to call it. Get him out of the way. We want to keep him handy. We'll use him to hold all our nuts and bolts. Next step is, before you try lifting the tank, this is the fuel tap valve, petcock, depending on what country you're in. We need to remove this so we can lift the tank up past the frame. You need to leave your fuel tap in the on or reserve position. Do not leave it in the prime position, because that'll bypass the vacuum shut off valve and you'll have fuel everywhere. So we need to take this off. Phillips screwdriver into the centre and just undo it. And just gently pull it back. Okay. And it's keywayed, so you can only go on one way. Next is gently lift your fuel tank. This is just a rubber block I have lying around. Just to hold the fuel tank up whilst we disconnect the fuel line. Okay, fuel line is disconnected. And vacuum line also. Then your fuel level sensor. Put your fuel tank out the way. Why don't I leave it full of fuel? Next, what we need to do is we need to try and move the airbox back. Yeah, as much as we can, so we can allow the carbs to come back and they'll slide out the side. So we need to remove the 410mm, take the fuel tank mounting bracket off. That's the rubber I was missing. We need to remove the airbox outer cover. Remove these 2 bolts. And I'm sure there's some more somewhere. We'll find them as we go along. As you can see, the brand new air cleaner in it. Hardly even run the bike with it on it. Nice long screwdriver. Need to remove the 4 clamps that hold the airbox to the carbs. Okay. See if we can pull the airbox back. Yeah. No. Okay. Come here. As you can see, with the airbox pulled back, that should allow us sufficient room to release the carbs and pull them back enough to be able to slide them out. Next we're going to do is just start pulling cables. See this one here, this is a choke cable, so we'll just pull this one out, like that. Okay, then you just push down, like that, and then it should just slide out. He says. Okay, that's the choke cable out of the way. Be able to try and get the carbs moving. Long Phillips screwdriver again. Start on doing the clamps. Okay, what we'll do is try and pull the carbs back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bungee. Bear with me. Really basic kit, multiple uses. These are just 2 bolts that hold the tank bracket down. We'll just put those in there. And in there. And we'll just pull this back gently and hook it back on the frame. That's going to hold that back far enough, hopefully. We're just going to give the carbs a quick wiggle and try and leave it free. Oh, actually, that was easy. Okay. They have 2 breathers or overflows, whatever they're called. And we're just moving that like that. What we have to do is try and gain access to get to the throttle cables. Or we might even just try and do 2 of them at a time, deciding from one side to the other. I think I'll take the vacuum plug off. Come off without breaking. There you go. That's just a vacuum pipe that supplies vacuum supplies vacuum to the fuel tap, and also this silly EGR valve. It has no practical sense in the world. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to leave the throttle cables as they are, because I think we can manage without them. And we're going to do 2 manifolds. Do 2 manifolds at a time, and then we'll slide the carbs over to the other side to do the other 2, then reinstall. But if you want to remove your carbs, you just release your cables, 10mm nuts, and unhook them. Just there. Okay, these manifolds are handed, as you can see. They're offset to the left and offset to the right. So the best thing you can do to save getting them mixed up is just do 1 at a time. Remove and reinstall. Okay, they look like 5mm Allen. Do do the old fashioned way. Oh, really? You're going to be funny guy, are you? Oh, he's been funny guy. Suzuki's infinite wisdom. The oil feed or return is going to go over the top of the bolt head, so I need to pull out that first. Okay. This is 5 Allen also, so we'll just spin this back. This should be sealed by an O-ring, so hopefully we don't damage that. Okay, put you safe. And hopefully that'll just pull out the way, like that. Yeah, we haven't. Looks like an O-ring, which is still intact, so we'll start moving the manifold now. One. Okay, let me try and get to the other one. I'm not sure if you can see from that angle. Okay. You can see why I'm replacing these. See the cracking? Let me take that off out of the way. We need to reuse this anyway. See the deep cracking, which is drawing in at, or what's known in the trade as a vacuum link. When you're refitting them, make sure you match up the part numbers. They are handed, or if you're not fitted genuine ones, just try and eyeball it. You can see the two different part numbers here: 3 and 1, 3-32F0. Well, that's 1-32F0. That's 3-32F0. Okay, before we refit, we need to clean up the area, so we'll just put a bit of cloth in that, stop any grit or dust or anything going down into the intake. This is just a bit of an abrasive pad. Escalate. This is a carbide scraper, so you just need to be very gentle. Doesn't, because it very easily dig into the aluminium. Alright, get in there. Okay. And as we pull the bungs out, it'll bring any dust or crap we might have got in there with us. Okay. Okay, and the manifolds have an up marking on them. Manifolds have an up marking on them. Just gently leave that one a small bit loose so we can line up the next bolt. I'm not putting Loctite on these, not necessary. They were Loctited from the factory. So. Okay. That was going in. Me and this bike have quite a history. I bought it off a good friend. Hi Dave, if you're watching. He's living in Italy. I bought it off him, not running. Had it shipped back from Italy, and then the small thing called a global pandemic hit. So during the lockdowns all started. So this was stuck up in Belfast. I'm in Cork in Southern Ireland, trying to get it back. The shipping company was not helpful. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not like that. I'd recently had to drive up during the major lockdowns and drive 600 kilometres to find a bike that had been stuck under a tree for the last 6 months, covered in leaves and moss, and oh my god. So I've slowly been bringing it back to life. Hopefully this is one of the last things I have to do to it before we can actually start driving it properly, or riding it properly, depending on your perspective. We'll just put this clamp back on. Before we move to the other side, this is just rubber grease. I'm just going to put a small bit on each manifold just to help the carbs seat nicely. Okay, hopefully we can just literally slide it out to the other side. Cylinders 2 and 3 ignition coil are catching us. We'll just have to lift those out of the way. we just lift it up a small bit, and that should allow us enough room to be able to slide it. A bit of look. Far enough. Right, hold the crack on and do the other side, and I'll come back to you. Left bank is done. Time to reassemble. Right, hopefully now we can just slide the cars back over as easy as they came out. Maybe. Alright, okay. No. Just slide them on. No, not quite. That. Sorry, my head is in the way. It's almost sexual, that is. Reattach the carburetor, the manifold clamps. Pull off our budgie, let the airbox go forward. Alright, okay, that's in its place. You just pull back and just reassemble. Just check function. Yeah, beautiful. Make sure we have throttle. Throttle is nice and free. Okay, let's continue this process. We'll chuck the air filter back in. Make sure it's got no dirt on it. The air filter can only go in one way, because it won't fit inside the lid otherwise. Like that. Okay. To screw you. Tight is tight. Put that in it. Okay. Now we need to reassemble. You going to stay there? Give us a small bit of light. Here, we'll stick you on the. See there? Yeah, there you go. Right. To reconnect to the fuel tank, we need the main fuel line. Need a vacuum supply for the vacuum shut-off fuel tap. We have the fuel gauge. We also have a single breather, or whatever that is supposed to be. Okay, we'll worry about that in a minute. Look at that. Well, there you are, folks. How to change inlet rubber manifolds. She sounds pretty good. Hopefully I'm going to take her home for the first time. Owning her for over 3 years. I think I might take the long way home. Thanks for watching. Cheers. you.